Nothing new?
Where do you have it?
I don't know. I don't know. I was very confused. I don't care who does it. But you're looking, John. Okay, we are.
Okay, call the Borough meeting of council September 15, 2025, 7:30 p.m. to order. Pledge of allegiance, please.
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Councilman Cambasis,
Here.
Councilwoman Offerman, Mayor Martin. Here. Councilman Davis,
Here.
Councilwoman Harper,
Here.
Councilman Russell,
Here.
Councilwoman Sheridan,
Here.
Councilwoman DePaula.
Present.
Thank you. Need a motion to approve minutes from August 11th, 2025 council workshop meeting, August 18th, 2025 council meeting.
So moved.
Second.
I get a motion and a second. Question on a motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. Executive session, Ashley.
Thank you, President Davis. This evening, council had an executive session to discuss Department of Public Works collective bargaining negotiations.
Mayor Martin, you have some presentations.
Yes, I do. I have a lot of proclamations tonight, so just bear with me. Okay. Chief Binder, would you please come here? It is my pleasure to introduce to you our new Chief of Police, Jason Binder. Chief Bender is the 7th chief to serve the Borough of White Oak since its inception 77 years ago. Chief Binder was officially sworn into office on September 3rd, 2025. Chief Bender previously served Allegheny County Police as an inspector assigned as a detective division commander. During his time with Allegheny County Police, he has served as a patrol officer, detective, sergeant, and lieutenant. Chief Binder began his career with Allegheny County Police in 2002 as a parole officer. Prior to joining the county police, Chief Bender served as a municipal police officer within Allegheny County from 1997 to 2002. In 2005, he was transferred to Detective Division as an investigator in the narcotics section. After 9 years in narcotics, he transferred to patrol. He remained in patrol for 3 years before being transferred to Detective Division as an investigator in the General Investigation Section, where he remained before being promoted to sergeant and later to lieutenant. Chief Binder attended the Community College of Beaver County for Police Science. He completed the FBI leadership in 2022. I am so happy to introduce all of you to our new chief. I think you're going to be very impressed with him. I also would like for you to stay after the meeting. I don't think it'll be too long. Stay after the meeting. We have desserts over here from Patty's Bakery. So all of you are invited. Please come and make your acquaintance with Chief Binder, because you'll realize what a nice police officer he is. And I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Okay, I have a proclamation for Sampson's Mills Church, and I'm very happy to give this. Whereas Sampson Mills Presbyterian Church has served its community for 125 years and is celebrating 125 years of ministry. And whereas the membership of Sampson Mills Presbyterian Church has always believed that the church and community should be mutually supportive and have manifested the commitment in tangible assistance with many worthwhile civic projects. Now therefore, I, Anna G. Martin, by the virtue of authority vested in me as the mayor of the Borough of White Oak, Pennsylvania, extend our appreciation to Sampson Mills Presbyterian Church and its members who have worked faithfully and given so generously to the civic projects in our community. In witness whereof, I hereunto set my hand and cause the seal of the Borough of White Oak to be affixed in this 13th day of September of the year of our Lord 2025. Anna G. Martin, Mayor. Who would like to come up? Who would like Turn around. I have one more proclamation. So, okay. Whereas the Constitution of the United States of America, the guardian of our liberties, embodies the principle of limited government in a republic dedicated to rule by law. And whereas September 17th makes the 238th anniversary of the drafting of the Constitution of the United States of America by the Constitutional Convention. Whereas it is fitting and proper to accord official recognition to this magnificent document in its memorable anniversary and to patriotic celebrations which will commemorate the occasion. And whereas Public Law 915 guarantees the issuing of a proclamation each year by the President of the United States of America, designating September 17th through 23rd as Constitution Week. Now therefore, I, Anna G. Martin, by virtue of the authority vested in me as Mayor of the Borough of White Oak, Pennsylvania, do hereby proclaim in the week of September 17th through the 23rd as Constitution Week. In witness, therefore, I have on hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the Borough of White Oak to be affixed on this 15th day of September, the year of our Lord, 2025. Anna G. Martin, Mayor. Who would like to come up and present? All right. Thank you so very much. Thank you very much. After for goodies to just, get acquainted with our new chief, okay? Because I think you'll really be impressed.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Okay, now we're entering into public comment section under Pennsylvania Sunshine Act 65 PACS 710.1, public participation. Borough of White Oak will provide an opportunity for residents and taxpayers of the borough to make public comments. Comments are limited to 3 minutes. Please state your name and address. There's Chris Resnick.
We have a group here.
You could all go up if you want, I don't care.
So we are from up on Lewis Street, Clark, and Ryman. And we're here today to discuss a few homes up on our area that have need some tender loving care. Kind of getting gaslit by the code enforcement officer, and thought it was important to come here and face you all in person and get on the record for our issues that we have. So we have a list. We'll let you. Do you need our addresses or?
I have them all.
You
Are
all-
we
okay,
3
okay.
minutes, like all of us together? Or
I'll talk fast.
Go ahead.
Okay, I live at 1225 Clark Street. My next door neighbor lets his grass get 3 feet tall. I've reported it to the code enforcement officer. I brought pictures down. I've called and nothing happens. Fortunately for him, my neighbor, he cut his grass yesterday, probably because he knows there's a meeting tonight. He has weeds growing across the front of his house. There's a big rut in his yard from where he parks his car. And that address is 1227 Clark Street. It's owned by Zach Barber, and I believe he is past due on his taxes so far in the past 2 years. I'd also like to talk about 1242 Clark Street that was owned by Driscoll's. It's a condemned house that has black mold and fallen trees and an unkept yard, which Carla is the neighbor of
I live at
Driscoll.
1240 Clark. We live behind these two mess of properties. I've reached out to council, I've reached out to the building inspector, I've reached out to everyone. Cannot get an answer.
The most we get is a drive-by by the code enforcement officer who says he's busy and he's gonna get to it. I'd also like to talk about several other houses, 2172 Lewis Street. I believe that property's been condemned. It was supposed to be torn down, and so far it has not been torn down. I'm wondering if you could report on that.
And maybe I can inject something. I spoke with the code enforcement officer about this on several occasions, probably for the last 2.5, 3 years. Taxes are unpaid on it. Garbage is strewn all in the front yard. And whoever owns, when I spoke with John, our code enforcement officer, he told me that the owner's son was planning on selling that property, contradicting what he said to me, that it was condemned and ready to be torn in the spring of this year, 2025. So spring's passed, we're into summer, summer's
There was a
done.
family member that popped up.
Well, but those two things can be true at once.
Yeah. So
So-
to answer this,
Yeah.
both things technically are true. It was condemned. This is one of the properties we identified for that we took to condemnation, slated for demolition, and they're being handled by the COG. So we have given legal clearance to the COG to demolish 2172 Lewis Street is on that list.
Okay.
So we're just waiting on them, but.
So what is the holdup? I don't understand why I was told it was gonna be spring of 2025.
The issue was
said
that,
March, actually.
the issue was that the son of the current property owner, who is alive, but there's some issues there,
Okay.
basically presented himself to the borough and tried to make a claim to the property, which I think you can probably understand. That throws a big wrench into what we're trying to do up here, right? So we had to sort of work through those issues, which we have. I've provided legal clearance on behalf of the borough to the COG for 2172 Lewis Street, as well as there's 2 Osborne Street properties that were on that list, which we have a really great result with. We had an interested purchaser, which is going to rehabilitate both of those properties. And then remind me of the last one.
Allen Way.
Allen Way, there's an Allen Way property as well that's gonna be on that list, and all of those are being sent to the COG to be dealt with, but, Lewis Street is a priority for us.
Okay, so that house, I'm sure, would have maybe possible rodents, bugs. There is garbage, literal, like, food garbage in garbage bags, opened up from raccoons. There's gas cans, there's blue cans or something, or kerosene cans in the front yard. So these properties that we're bringing up to you need attention, and this is just in a little area of White Oak. If you travel through our borough, there are quite a lot of houses that need the attention of the code enforcement officer, which are being neglected.
It's like talking to a deer in the
Yes.
headlights.
So we have a couple other addresses here, just so that you have them on record.
Another one is 2155 Lewis, which is the Lightsville house. I believe everything on the property is overgrown and possibly the property's been condemned, I'm not sure.
Don't worry about that, keep going.
We also have 2163 Lewis. Garbage is stacked on the front porch. That's across the street and close to the the Sissick house. Also 2113 Lewis, the grass is 3 feet tall at that home too. Used to be our favorite house in the neighborhood, going down Lewis Street on the right-hand side.
And they also
It's
have a
deplorable.
neglected swimming pool too, that mosquito. I mean, it's really sad what's going on up there.
I would like to say, I have lived there since 1956. I lived on Clark Street. The neighborhood, we do not live in Lincoln Hills. The neighborhood is a wonderful neighborhood. I know everybody in that neighborhood. Lewis and Clark is a great place to live. White Oak is a great place to live. But I think that some people have more means to upgrade their houses. People have passed on and taken those houses and made them wonderful. Chris's was one of them. And some people have more means to do that, but there is no excuse for not keeping your grass cut when other people take great care in their property and pride. And it's just a shame that some people do not do that.
It's the pride. It's the pride.
Yeah, we all take pride in our property. It's a wonderful place to live.
One thing to add about Driscoll's property, we've tried to buy it for 2.5 years, could not get a response from Allegheny County. Emails, sent pictures, applications. We were gonna build a little house on it. We live behind it. We bought 6 acres off of them. So our property is, like, that's what I look at every day is Driscoll's property.
Which address is that, ma'am?
That's 1242.
Clark?
Yes, it was supposed to go up for sheriff's sale on September the 2nd.
Yeah.
And that's when, the week before, Allegheny County sent me a letter or something. I didn't understand one word of it, but more or less, we didn't have the opportunity to buy that home. It needs condemned. I have pictures. It's horrible. And our big thing is, somebody's gonna come in. I know the sheriff's sale was postponed until December for some reason. Somebody's gonna come in and they're just gonna try to fix that mobile home up. And it's not fixable. We're gonna have trash up there. And I'm not better than anyone, but there's coyotes that live in there. It's just, the whole ceilings have fallen in from the rain, and it's just a mess. So that's the property I look at. Coming, when you pull in my driveway, we sit 500 feet off. So Driscoll's is here in front of me, and then we got the 1227, the whole length of our property that is grown up, got dead trees all over it. And when his pap lived there, he maintained it. He might not have been the neatest guy for stuff on his back porch, but he maintained it. And as far as I knew, once you maintain something, that's what you had to continue to do. And he does not. He could come out, he'll cut a couple paths through and go back in the house. Like, we've offered to help. All his apple trees are falling on my property. So my husband's gonna be 64 years old. He's out there cutting up apple trees because we don't want them all over our property. They will not do anything. It's a disgrace. And I pay over $7,000 in taxes to live in White Oak, and I should not have to look.
I agree.
And I've been complaining for I couldn't tell you how long. Even got the code enforcer on Lewis Street one day and brought him up to the property, and he literally looked at it. I said, come on back in my place, you can see everything. He pulled in the driveway, pulled a little bit in at the beginning, backed up, and the way he went, he said, I'm really busy, but I'll try to get to it. That's no answer.
Yeah, I've had similar dealings with him on that, but we appreciate your time
Yes,
today.
yes, thank you very
And
much.
hopefully, we don't want to hear excuses, we want to see some progress in
Some
our neighborhood.
results, yes. And that's why we're all here in case you
Can one
face-
of you take my email address and give me a list of all the properties with whatever description you have as well of
Okay.
the issues with them?
All right,
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
Thank you.
We'll
Thank
definitely
you.
look into it. Thank you. Hey, Dwayne Shank?
Yes, how you doing? I'm really here for more information. I got a tow company. I'm starting right here on Lincoln Way down the street. I wanted to see what I could do to help C&D and try to get on part of with the local police department here to provide the community a better service for response and
What is your
roadside
name, sir?
assistance. My name is Dwayne Shank, and the company is Vehicle Towing Solutions. and we will be located at 2432 Lincoln Way, right here in White Oak.
Index old building.
Yes, I'm actually living in the property of it now, trying to get some of the remodeling done, because that property has also been
Yeah, it's been-
neglected for a
a
while.
long time, yeah.
So, yeah, and I have also been talking to your code enforcement to get all the proper permits and finish getting electric and all that done. So we are talking to your council, but, yeah, we're starting here. We would like to see what we could do, get some information, and I will stick around after the meeting if any of you guys can provide me with any answers for that.
When you have a business card?
I do have a couple.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
As of right now, we have 3 brand-new trucks, a 2023 Ford F-650. We have a 2022 Chevy 3500. We have a 2015 Chevy 3500. I have multiple other backup trucks that are a little bit older, just to make sure we can. I have 2 or 3 drivers right now on staff that actually live in White Oak, up top of the hill, and villas. So, all right, thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Kevin Joseph?
I live at 2601 Mohawk Drive. For the last 34 years I did. So there's a paper road adjacent to my property, about 20 feet, 25 feet from my structure, up the hill. And then adjacent to my property in the back is lot 650L327. So that probably the last 25 years, I've been clearing that out, taking down trees because they threaten my house, hunters back there, dirt bikes back there. In the property next to me, I wrote Mr. Palio. I sent you some information maybe 6 months ago on that, about some trees threatening my house there. I'd have to. I followed up with a phone call, never heard nothing back, so I took those trees down myself. There's 9 trees I had to take down, threatening my house. I have pictures, I sent you pictures as well. So the property behind my house, over the past 34 years, probably 35, 40 trees I've dealt with between the 2 properties. So I called Allegheny County and they said to, first they said try the land program. I tried the land program, they said it was too large of a piece of property. I only wanted the little piece behind my house because that's the only piece that was threatening my house. So they said hire a lawyer, do adverse possession. So I did that, and pretty tough to find a lawyer to do that by the way. And he said, don't do adverse possession, do quiet title. So I did that, now I'm dealing with the taxes, which brings me here. So these taxes haven't been paid on this lot 6, 5, whatever I just told you, right? For over 30 years. So there's some taxes on it. I'm just trying to get it for a reasonable amount. I sent Keystone a couple letters when they sent me the tax bills. Their first tax bill was for White Oak Borough was for $16,544. So I responded back to them saying that, you know, I wanted to negotiate them. And then they sent me one for McKeesport school tax, which was $57,000 something. I have it here. $57,808. So I responded to that within 30 days as well, saying I'd like to negotiate that. They responded back to me in July and said they have no authority to negotiate these. So I called Allegheny County, they said to call your local. So I called Lisa Pitchford, and she said to maybe attend this meeting, so that's why I'm here.
What do you think, Deb?
So I think, can you stay afterward
Absolutely.
and talk to me? I think we might have a solution, assuming that we can get some authority of
That'd be
council
great.
next month.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yep, thank you.
Excuse me, sir, what did you say your address was again?
2601 Mohawk Drive.
The parcel you're looking at is the 650L3.
27, I believe it is, 65. And I don't even care about the paper road, I cut those trees down already. 650L327 is the lot.
Yeah, I think we can at least help you get to the next step with Keystone,
That'd be great.
assuming it's okay with
Thank you very
council.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there any other public comments? Mayor's report, Ina Martin.
Thank you, Mr. President. Police activity, August 2025. 14 alarm calls, both business and residents. 2 warrant arrests. 32 total traffic stops. 43 traffic citations issued. 19 vehicle accidents. 7 domestic-related incidents. 1 PFA served. 6 welfare checks. 23 total criminal arrests. 3 simple assault arrests. 1 harassment. 7 narcotics related. 2 public intox. 3 retail theft, 1 theft, 4 disorderly contact, total report incidents, 204. That includes my report, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mayor. Standing Committee reports, Finance, Jason Russell.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. The Treasurer's report for August 2025 as follows. Beginning balance, unrestricted account, $2,891,058.03. Restricted account balance, $3,786,519.26. Total account balance, $6,677,577.29. Actual revenues, unrestricted account balance, $635,343.76. Restricted account balance, $30,232.26. Total account balance of $665,576.02. Actual expenditures, unrestricted account balance, $429,950. Restricted account balance, $84,886.86. Total account balance, $514,836.86. Fund balance, unrestricted account, $3,179,014.20. Restricted account balance, $4,033,125.74. Total account balance, $7,212,139.94. That's in the form of a motion.
Got a motion on the floor. To have a second?
Second.
Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Motion approving the check register for the month of August, which includes electronic fund transfers and general fund checks in the following ranges: 51883 to 5200000 and 100016, totaling $393,814.59.
A motion on the floor. To have a second? Second. Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Motion authorizing the following interfund transfers for the month of August. Liquid fuels to the general fund, $10,043.37. Solid waste to the general fund, $70,859.10. Post-retirement to the general fund, $3,879.39. For a total transfers of $84,781.86.
A motion on the floor. To have a second?
Second.
Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed.
Motion establishing the annual minimum municipal obligation for the year of 2026 for the appropriate pension plans. Uniform pension retirement plan, $254,503. Non-uniformed retirement plan, $222,769, for a total of $477,272.
A motion on the floor. To have a second?
Second.
Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
For the next motion, I'll read a statement so that everyone understands what the motion's for. It relates to a large sum of money received by the borough to a tune of $441,692.56 from the estate of Meyer Spector. This money is to be used for parks and recreation purposes and will be kept in an interest-bearing account with First Commonwealth Bank until council decides ways to allocate this money in the future. We thank Mr. Spector for his generous donation to the borough. Motion to open an account at First Commonwealth Bank to be designated specifically for the Meyer Spector Park Improvement Fund and authorize the council president and borough manager to execute all documents on behalf of the borough.
Have a motion on, a motion on the floor. To have a second?
Second.
Question on the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
That ends my report, Mr. Davis.
Thank you, Jason. Health, Environment, and Cable, Joel Harbert.
Thank you, President Davis. I motion to reject the proposal from Catella Enterprises in the amount of $13,000.00 for the demolition of 1139 California Avenue that was accepted at the July 21st council meeting. The contractor withdrew his proposal.
Have a motion on the floor. To have a second?
Second.
Question on the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
I motion to accept the proposal from Guffey Construction in the amount of $13,200.00 for the demolition of 1139 California Avenue as recommended by the engineer and authorize the president and borough manager to execute all documents pertaining to this project.
A motion on the floor. To have a second?
Second.
Question on the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
And I motion to approve a one-year contract extension with Big Sanitation for the collection and disposal of solid waste once per week and collection of recyclables every other week for the calendar year of 2026 at a rate of $23.75 per unit per month and authorize the president and borough manager to execute all necessary documents.
A motion on the floor. To have a second?
Second.
Question on the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Joelle. Parks and Recreation, Julie Offerman isn't here tonight. Lori, would you take that, please?
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Davis. There are a couple announcemements. The Veterans Memorial Project Buy a Brick campaign to support the development of the memorial. 4x8 red brick is $100. 8x8 red brick is $150, and 4x4 replica coaster is $15. Go to our website for more details and ordering instructions. Also, the Euro run. Do you want to, I had to leave the Euro run early actually. Did anybody else want to? Sorry, we recently had our hero run. I apologize, it was also Eastport's first game my son plays. I missed the end of it. But we had a lot of people that came. People love our event. We did it a little bit later this year. I know we had talked about possibly changing the date for next year. Unfortunately, there was college students that were already back at school, and there was a couple other things that were going on that day. But it was a beautiful day, and Amanda came dressed to encourage everybody on the final stretch.
As a lobster.
Okay, George, would you like to speak on behalf of White Oak Senior Citizens update?
Yeah, I want to add to that I placed second in my age group. There were only two in my age group. Okay, the seniors, this month, our yoga is still on Mondays and Wednesdays at 11 o'clock. Our next coffee hour is Thursday, September 25th at 9:30. Last Wednesday, we had a performance by the Pittsburgh Bel Airs. We had 80 people attend, and everyone had a great time. Next Wednesday, the 17th at 1 o'clock, we will have a senior self-defense class conducted by Mr. Joe Hoffman, or former chief. I believe he's in the audience. Thank you, Joe. Our exercise classes on Tuesdays at 2:30 on the 23rd and the 30th. There is no class next week. Cardio drumming starts also on the 23rd and on the 30th at 1 o'clock, and that continues for 11 weeks. Next month, our monthly meeting is Wednesday, the 15th, and we will have our speaker, Cindy Carey Lowley, and she's with the Allegheny County DA office, and she's going to talk about scamming. The second senior self-defense class held by Joe Hoffman will be Wednesday, October 22nd at 1 o'clock. The exercise classes on Tuesdays at 2:30 on the 7th, the 14th, 21st, and 28th. And cardio drumming, it continues on Tuesdays at 1 o'clock on the 14th, 21st, 28th. There is no class on the 7th. And that's it for the seniors. Thank you, Lord.
Okay, and then I'll be speaking on behalf of the White Athletic Association. There's been a lot of things that have been going on. We have one of our board members, Kevin Resnick. He has been very involved with basketball. We had an advanced skills training clinic that they did. It was in September. It was a huge success. So much so that there's going to be one in the fall also. So look for dates, for upcoming dates for that. That will be in February that information will be getting out to everybody. Regular basketball for the rec league. It is, right now there's an early bird discount if you register your child by September 21st. And also the last date to register for winter spring basketball is on October 20th. All the information is on the White Oak Athletic Association's website. And that concludes the report.
Thank you, Lori. Planning and zoning, Amanda DePaulis.
Thank you, President Davis. I'm going to read some highlights from the permit and violation report from the Code Enforcement Department for August 2025. The following inspections were conducted: 16 occupancy inspections, 8 occupancy re-inspections, 4 rental inspections, 7 complaint inspections, 10 violation inspections, which were new violations, 20 follow-up inspections. The following permits, certificates, or notices were issued: 21 certificates of occupancy, 3 temporary certificates of occupancy, 1 temporary access certificate, 4 zoning permits, 3 permit applications were sent to CEA for review, 2 residential building permits were received back from CEA and processed, 1 commercial building permit was received back from CEA and processed, 10 violations were issued and 2 violation tickets. Those 10 violations consisted of 2 violation tickets and 8 violation notices. And that concludes my report. That will be available for the public to see at the Borough Building during normal operating business hours.
Thank you, Amanda. Public safety, Lori Schroeder.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. I have a motion to accept the resignation of Gerasimos Athens, Patrol Officer, effective August 28th, 2025.
A motion on the floor to have a second?
Second.
Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
I also have a motion to approve a MOU between the FOP Lodge 91 and the Borough and authorize the President and Borough Manager to execute the MOU on behalf of the Borough.
A motion on the floor to have a second?
Second.
Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
And that ends my report, Mr. Davis.
Thank you, Lori. Public Works, George Convacus.
Thank you, Chuck. Month of August, out of about 800 man hours, the highlights, 147 hours were spent on Community Day, about 90 hours spent on mowing grasses throughout the borough, 174 hours were spent on the Educational Drive Stormwater Project, 165 hours were spent on Public Road, and 56 hours were spent on the 5K race. And that concludes my report. Oh, I should say that this is available during normal business hours, Monday through Friday, 9 to 4 p.m., 9 to 4 a.m. 9 a.m. to 4 p.m.
No wonder you came in second.
And that concludes my report.
Thank you, George. Need a motion to accept the tax collector's reports and pay the commissions and fees due for August 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion, a second. Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. Engineers report.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. The borough recently applied for a GED-TF grant through Allegheny County for their Veterans Memorial Project that was discussed. The borough requested $150,000 and committed to a $25,000 match. And a couple upcoming grant opportunities the borough is interested in pursuing. The CDBG grant program through the county. Those grants are due at the end of October. And the local share account through the state. And those grant applications are due November 7th. And the borough is working on applications for those programs. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. I need a motion to accept the engineers report.
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second. Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. Solicitors report, Ashley.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just wanted to provide an update on delinquent garbage collection. Since May 30th, our office has collected over $80,000 in delinquent trash. We do have people still calling to get on payment plans. If that is something, if you have a delinquent account, please contact my office and we can go through your payment options. I also wanted to provide an update on 1901 Vermont Avenue. That is one of our blighted properties. I received an updated inspection report this week from the code enforcement officers, and I have prepared letters that are going to be going out in the next day or two with a plan to hold a condemnation hearing during next month's meeting. So hopefully I'll have an update for that as well at next month's workshop meeting, but I wanted to put that on everybody's radar. And then we are looking into a stop sign issue up at Educational and Longview Drive, and we're in the thick of that investigation, but I also wanted to provide an update. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Ashley. Resolutions and ordinances, Ashley.
You want to accept the report?
Oh, sure. Need a motion to accept the solicitor's report.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
And we have one resolution on the agenda for approval tonight. It's Resolution 2025-14. It's a resolution to make refunds of certain real property taxes to certain property owners as hereinafter listed by reason of official change order, gentrification issued by the Allegheny County Board of Assessment, appeal and review, as well as abatements or overpayments.
I need a motion to approve Resolution 2025-14.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Question on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
Yeah, not right now.
We have any new business?
I do have Chuck. At this time, I would like to have a moment of silent prayer for that Charlie Kurt who was senselessly killed, and also for Jim Hoffman who lived in White Oak here. He was a fireman for the #1 fire company, and he was a third generation fireman. So if you could please have a moment of silence for those two. Thank you.
We have any old business? I'd like to announce October 13th, 2025, 6:45 p.m. council workshop meeting. October 20th, 2025, 6:45 council workshop meeting. 7:30 the same date as the council meeting. Need a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Please adjourn.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure.
Give me the blue pen. Give me the blue pen, damn it.